we have Hex Gaming's Hex Phantom Controller in our hands. It is an exciting controller because it is comparable to, say, the DualSense Edge or the Xbox Elite controller, even the SCUF Envision Pro. What does this controller exactly feature? It is one of the top competitive controllers out there, and it is currently up on Kickstarter. Thanks for Hex Gaming to send this down, because now we can take a deeper dive and take a look at what this controller can offer. Now, if you're interested in this controller, make sure you check down in the description box down below. So what does Hex Phantom's controller feature, and what does it come with? It gives you a thank you card for purchasing their controller. So we're gonna open this up. Feel like a kid at Christmas. That was a lot of work. We're gonna open up this tab because it just flips open just like this. Wow. Impressive. They give you this box right here. And of course, it has the contents of the stick controllers. 8 variations where you can change the thumbsticks in this little box. They have different styles. They have concave, context. They have a nice rubberized grip feel to it. And it comes very nicely packaged. On top of it, we have the controller itself. I'll tell you right now, it feels premium. It feels premium. One of the controllers that I personally had to get this black one because, I mean, it looks amazing. Might as well call it Phantom Black because take a look at that. Quite beautiful. The generic buttons here up in the front of it has the wonderful D-pad. It feels just like a DualSense controller in your hands. Really nice texture on the back of it. It has a nice non-slip grip. That way, if you're sweating, you don't have to worry about dropping the controller. On the back of it, you can set the R1 and R2, L1 and R2. You can set these triggers to either digital or mechanical. It has a feature in here called the DriftFix module. Inside the DriftFix module, you can adjust the analog sticks to exactly how you would like it. Now, the analog sticks, more than likely, I don't believe that they are Hall effect sticks. They are not swappable, similar to the DualSense Edge, if that is something that you're concerned. But then again, you don't have to worry because you have that DriftFix module where it is really easy to adjust. Best part is on the back, it has a nice tactile click on the back of the controller where it feels just like a mouse when you are using this controller. It feels really nice in hand and really can't wait to use it. Looks like they forgot to send out a USB-C cable. So I'm gonna have to definitely charge this up. I have 2 regular concaved thumb grips, which makes it more tactile. They have height to them as well because this is a full joystick for your controller over here. So all you have to do is pull it out and more grip depending on the type of hands that you have. And you can see how much longer that is. And if this is your weapon of choice, just simply put it onto here and push it. And there you go. You have the extended grip. That has some height to it. They do have a domed extended length, boosted height, and raised surface for more detailed reaction. They also have domed regular and concaved with extended width where you can fine tune and with your high precision controls and maintain stability. Most importantly, especially when it comes to those first-person shooters. Fine folks over at Hex Gaming also included this, which if you're not familiar with, these are joystick protectors. So that way they don't end up rubbing onto the side of your controllers right here and giving you those nasty wear marks. When you are pairing this controller, it's really easy to set up, very similar to how you would set up a DualSense to PC. If you don't know how to do it, I do have a video based on it. Make sure you click the card or check down in the description box down below. To get to the point, just hit that button because I already just had paired it, is on and now connected to PC via Bluetooth. Now it does not use RF connection and it does work with PlayStation 5 as well and other devices such as Mac. It also works with Android OS. To set up the back of the controls, take a look at the back here. You can see that it has this. Once you push this button, it will switch up different profiles here. Yellow, purple, blue, and they're all going to be separate profiles. Best part is you don't even need a application in order to map these buttons on the back of the controller. You just hold down this blue button here and it's going to start blinking. As soon as it does, now you can set up these controls. What you're going to do is hit the trigger that you want. For example, this is M3. I'm going to hit M3, and I'm going to set it for triangle. And then you're going to notice on the back of here, once it blinks red, that means it just recorded that macro. You just hold it for 3 seconds. And once it's a steady light, that means you're pretty much good to go. We're going to check out the circularity of this controller here. That's the first joystick. We get an error of about 15.8%, 15.9%. And for the right joystick, we have an error of 13.5%. Ends up being about 14.1%. The dead zones are a bit wide for this controller. They could be adjusted in Steam for the dead zones. Now, if you have a problem with any type of joystick drift, I'll show you where this controller can come in use here. Both joysticks are perfectly centered. All we have to do is pop this off, which is one of the great features of Hex Gaming's controller here. They give you a nifty tool that's hidden beneath the box. And it looks like kind of like a shuriken. So you just grab this tool here, just pry this top piece open. Once that pops open here, you pull it open. You can actually adjust the drift of the joysticks here. So over here is on the right side of the joystick, and over here is on the left side of the joystick. So let's go ahead and do that, because there is some slight drift we can adjust here. So you're just gonna grab the Phillips head looking side, and you're just gonna twist that until the dead zone is gone. And right there is where we want it. That simple. So you could adjust it either vertical or horizontally on both sticks here. Open calibration menu, and here you can adjust the left stick and the right joystick. As I set mine to 9,000, and right joystick is now 8,000. You could also test it easily. Just go down here and click the triangle button to start testing it. And that is as close as I can get it within range. It's going to be a much better setting, especially when you are playing games. We'll enter in gameplay so you can check it out. Vibration's pretty good. And now I can feel that the controllers are much more tighter. Now the joysticks are slightly loose. Some may not like the feel of it. It's not as tight as some controllers, but overall it's still a great controller. Personally, to me, I don't like to have the loose feeling. So now I'm going to switch it over to the mechanical trigger. Just like this. All I have to do is go into the back here and switch them to mechanical. Now we get the nice, quicker response. What are my thoughts of the Hex Gaming Controller? It's excellent in every way. Now, if I'm going to give this a rating, I'll tell you the top positive parts that I do love about this controller. Easy to switch profiles. All you have to do is double click and it will constantly change to different colors to give you up to 6 different profiles that you can assign these keys to. 2, very easy to assign the keys. Matter of fact, you don't need any extra software to assign the keys. All you have to do is hold down the profile button and be able to assign the keys to however you want. 3, another great option is that it has a joystick preventative, which is the Drift X module. If you have any type of joystick drift issues, you can easily adjust it by accessing it here on the top panel. And the 4th most best thing about this controller, it's a very premium feeling controller, very lovely to use. In fact, one of the top parts about using this controller is I love to use the mechanical triggers. The mechanical triggers are really nice and tactile and clicky. Makes it for precise aiming and shooting when it comes to first-person shooters or anything that's really competitive. And you do have an option to switch it over to a digital trigger if you so choose to. Now, the negatives I do have to say is the fact that The joysticks are a bit wonky, they're a bit wobbly, as you saw the Circularity test where it scored between 13 to 14%, which is a little bit wobbly for a premium controller. Second part that I don't like about this controller, certain keys are a little bit more flush than I would like it, so it makes it feel cheaper than what this controller actually is. I'll have to give this a 7 out of 10. Personally, to me, 7 fits it best. Fanbase guys, what are your thoughts about the Hex Gaming Controller? Let me know in the comments down below. Also, if you know anybody else who is into gaming and controllers, make sure you share this video with them. If you love PCs and tech, make sure you go down and hit the subscribe button for more. And don't forget to hit the notification bell. And for all the newest updates, make sure you follow my X handle right here, as it is the same as my TikTok and IG as well. Is there anything that you would love to know about this Hex Gaming Controller? Thank you guys so much for watching. This is Chris Mizo, signing out.